to Friends Like Us. I'm Marina Franklin here with you. I'm with my friend.
Evelyn Frick.
That works.
It does
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. You see my little flowers behind me?
They look so good.
I think I may have gotten the wrong batch though. There's one that's dying there. I don't know if you can see that one on
Oh, I can't.
right there. That one looks like
Oh, that one. It
that
looks. I
one.
mean, it looks like
Haven't.
it's drooping, but like it still looks okay.
I'm always like picking out flyers. Flowers is such a like I don't really know what I'm doing, but I
Oh, me
figure
neither.
if they're bloomed, that's probably not the one to get. The ones to get are the ones that are closed, right?
Yeah, that's what I do also. But it's like it's hard because like recently Sophie and I got flowers at the farmers market and they were closed and then we got them and they opened but then like died 2 days later. So
Yeah, you just never know. I never. What? Why does the water smell? It's like flower poop water. Have
I
you ever
know.
noticed that when you change the water? It's like, hey, what are you doing?
I know.
I walk away from you, and then I come to clean your water out, and it's like smells like poop.
I know. It is like having to care for an animal, like the few days that you have flowers.
Speaking of, I took care of my neighbor's dog for like an hour,
Oh,
because she had to take the dog to the vet, and the dog. Oh, welcome, George Sheely. Welcome from Germany.
yeah.
I'm so glad you always are here. So nice to see you again. Um, and we did that before I even said, tell us where you are watching us from. I'm
Yeah, they know the
typing it,
drill.
typing it as I'm speaking. Watching us from. But yes, she's so funny because I've been trying to remember how the dog used to bark all the time.
Yeah, yeah, I could like hear it sometimes.
So we've become, pretty good friends
Yeah.
because she's got locked out of her door and all this. And now she was like, do you mind watching Benzie for like just like a little bit? And I was like, sure. Benzie came in here. I'm telling you, Benzie sat on the chair. She does that. She did that the last time where she sat in the chair like a human being, just sitting there like looking around.
That's so funny.
It was so cute. And then I was like, I missed her.
Oh.
When she left, I was like, no. She ran right out. She went back to her mama's house, and I was like, Benzie. And she's a smart dog too. I noticed something like she follows me everywhere, and then she seemed to be like, like dogs have like this sense. It's just something
Mhm.
about them. And then she told me that her dog, when she comes in drunk, which I was like, why are you coming in drunk? She was like, when I come in really drunk late at night, she like is very like careful with me.
Aw, that's so cute. I watched this documentary actually where like dogs like have empathy. They can like we've like trained them and conditioned them over these years to like also like experience the same kind of emotions that humans do, which I think is so sweet.
Yeah, that's why I am a big animal person. I was thinking about that today. I was like, the other my other neighbor, her dog when he barks also cries. He lets out like a yelp.
Oh,
She's doing it right now, actually. A- And I cannot handle the sound of it.
yeah.
It makes me feel like someone stepped on her. She's doing it right now.
Oh.
And it's like the worst. Like I can't take it. Like as far like I can't even watch horror movie. I love horror.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if they kill an animal, I'm out.
Mhm.
I
I
turn the channel.
know.
I can't watch it.
It's too much. It's too sad.
I just can't take it. I
No,
can't.
I'm right there with you. I mean, obviously, like I feel empathy for humans, but I like it's because like they can't like communicate. I mean, they can, but they can't like tell us what's wrong, and that's so hard.
Yes. Yeah, she's going off like she must know. So I just want to let everyone know if you're new here. I see some of you here already. I do this every Saturday to promote my podcast, Friends Like Us. And we've had some really great episodes where we're talking about the strike, why it's important that actors and writers are striking right now, as well as why everyone, every employer, every industry, if you notice, is striking right now because living wage is not a living wage. And
Mhm.
also, these, as I'm going to show a video with Chuck Nice talking about it, who's on this week's episode, about how these big corporations kind of gobbled up everything, and now this is why we are where we are.
Yeah.
So definitely take a listen to the Friends Like Us podcast. And we may freeze a little bit. That's okay. It'll all clear up eventually. I do notice that, like, I think it just takes a second for it to just kind of.
Yeah, and it is annoying. Like, it is sometimes when Juskow comes on is when it gets clear, which is like so infuriating.
I know. Can you hear the dogs now?
I can hear them just like very faintly.
Oh, they upset. Maybe they don't want me talking on my live. I think they can hear me sometimes, and they're like, back. But what else? Oh, so I was telling you, Evelyn. Oh, well, first, Evelyn, how was your morning, and what did you do this morning?
My morning was it was good. It was slightly different. My girlfriend Sophie is visiting family today in Maryland, so she's on the way back now. But so I've kind of had the place to myself a little bit. So yeah, it's been very relaxing.
Oh, someone likes their alone time.
Well, it's like when you when you both work from home with if you live with a partner or like a roommate and you both work from home, you're just with each other all the time, which like we don't like have any like deep arguments or anything, or like argue that much anyway, so like it's fine, but it is like it does feel very special when
That is.
I'm by myself in the apartment. So yeah, it's been very nice. Been like this like goal for myself for this year was to do more like reading books. So I've been like doing that. I just finished a book recently. It's called The Expectations, which I thought was really interesting. Yeah, so that's kind of how my morning's been.
You've read 4 books, if I'm correct.
I when I was on vacation, I read 3
I
books, which
know.
I'm such a slow reader, which so it was I was kind of like I was shocked with myself. So that felt really good. So yeah, if any of you listeners have any book recs, I would be down to hear them.
Yeah, give us some book recommendations. No movie recommendations because we're striking. But books, we could do books. And yeah, 3 books. That's pretty fast, Evelyn.
I'm not my girlfriend Sophie can read faster than that. She can read like I'd say like a 300-page book in one day, and that takes me like at least a week, if not more.
In one day?
If she has like the whole day to do
Okay.
it, then yeah. But I'm just like, and I like was an English major in college. Like I've always loved reading. That's all I do, and I'm still so slow at reading.
I am so slow. I mean, just hearing that, I'm still on the same book that I bought last The Water Dance or whatever with the
Oh yeah, yeah,
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
yeah,
Am I saying it right? Yeah, and God, I'm still like it takes me so because I get distracted and
yeah,
then I have to go back and then I'm like, where was I? I
yeah.
was like, okay, he's in the water. What? Wait, do I have to go back to that part where he's on the bridge? Like, what happened? So, it's crazy. Like, I just got to stop smoking marijuana. That's really the problem because I used to read. I remember every summer my sister and I, when we would stay with my grandmother and we would work at my dad's office, we would take the bus on the south
Mhm.
side of Chicago, which I never did until I was like staying at my grandma's house. That was like scary for me because I was like such a suburban kid that I was like, the bus was like this scary thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But we would take the bus downtown Chicago. I felt like such an adult.
yeah.
But my sister, her reading speed was at Leah, her was at like a college level.
Oh wow.
I would just watch her read, and she looked so peaceful, and she would be so fast, and I would just kind of be like, I'm getting there.
Yeah, same.
I'll get there. But it became like a competition in my head. I was like, I can get through this book before. Never did.
That's so funny. That was kind of well, so like my sister and I grew up reading the Harry Potter books, which is like now a
I
whole other
know.
thing. But like it was like a competition between the two of us to see who could like finish these like very massive books first.
That must be hard because when you read, like, if let's say, um oh gosh, not Maya, well, Maya Angelou, or to me Toni Morrison is like,
Yeah.
I love Toni Morrison. And I couldn't imagine if she had said something as horrible as what's her face?
J.K. Rowling.
Yeah. As
Yeah.
how do you part ways with that? Because you were in her books, her writing. Like, if she came out with another book, would you read it?
Um like I could live without it. I probably wouldn't. I think like I like so when I was a kid, like I was like really into the books and also really into the movies. So like even now, like Daniel Radcliffe, the actor who played Harry Potter, like is still like doing a show on Broadway in the fall and like has all these projects he's done recently. So I think the way I've been able to kind of reconcile is like direct my attention to like him or like Emma
Uh-oh.
Watson. Ooh, should I pause?
Uh-oh. It's weird that it's doing that now. It's like this weird thing where it kicks us out. It didn't used to do that. Isn't
It
that
did not
weird?
use it is very strange.
I think they changed something on their platform.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Do another. Are you there?
I am there.
Oh. Oh no.
I know. Where did I pause?
Sorry for the freezing. I guess I gotta use another. Ugh. I have to use another platform. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have a problem with any other.
No, it's so strange. Like I any other like video call, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna try to do? I'm gonna try to get some money back first.
Yeah, yeah. That's the way to go.
Isn't that the way to go? Because we can't blame the heat today, TB. Hello,
That's
TB.
true.
Can't blame the heat. And
I'm
I
so happy
restarted
it's
my
not.
router.
Me too.
If it is around this time, yeah, you're right. I wonder if it's the time slot. I don't know, because I don't have any problems on Zoom. I don't have any problems on Squadcast. It's just
Yeah.
on Melon. Let's see. Authors. Oh, I like this. Authors. And it's also when we're like really getting into the conversation.
I
Have you
know.
noticed that?
I have noticed that.
Authors who are problematic seem to be an old thing. Marion Zimmer Bradley was my first author I had to drop. That one was a big mess. Who is Marion Zimmer Bradley?
Yeah, I've never heard of that person before.
Yeah. But what were you saying, Evelyn, before I cut you off?
Well, I was just saying that like I've actually not struggled that much with dropping J.K. Rowling. I think like I enjoyed it when I was a kid, and now I'm an adult, and there are a lot of other books that I want to read, um, and other I don't know like entertainment that I'm focused on. But I know it is hard for a lot of people to do that. I feel especially bad for people who have like Harry Potter tattoos or
Oh,
things.
shoot.
I know, yeah, because there's this one particular symbol in the Harry Potter books, which I know a lot of people have gotten tattooed, and that's rough.
I didn't think about that. Tattooing Harry Potter.
I know. Pete
Whoa.
Davidson had a Harry Potter tattoo, and I think he's getting rid of a lot of his tattoos, so I think that one's probably gone. But
Wow. I don't see Pete Davidson getting rid of it for that reason, though, for some,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
kind of like oh, I know what I'll do. I'll close some of my tabs. Sometimes closing tabs helps. That could be it.
yeah.
Look, you could tell I'm having a hot flash.
Actually, couldn't.
Look at that shininess.
It just looks like you're glowing.
Oh, well, Thank you. Uh, I and it's also because we were talking about whenever we're talking about someone, I notice it freezes too. I swear to God,
Yeah.
someone's listening on the other end. You just
Ugh.
never know.
You don't know. Yeah, privacy is such a huge issue right now, and it's scary thinking about who could get your information.
What's scarier is that we have to wait for Juskow to clear all this up.
Yeah, I know.
And that, ugh.
Ugh, I hate relying on him.
Browsers do get overloaded with too many.
Marina, are you there? Or am I paused?
It's a good game to play. Who's
Was that the audio cut out?
Who's frozen? That's the new game to play. Was I frozen? Who was frozen?
I know.
There we
I
go.
couldn't figure it out. I didn't want to like start talking because I wasn't sure if I was frozen or if you were.
And Juskow would be late today.
He
Where
would
is he? Oh, I worry. He's always right on time. We also have another guest coming on today.
Ooh.
We have DJ Eric Prince.
Oh, that's so exciting.
He's going to join us today. Yes. What was that? I was telling you about bear attack before we started.
Oh, yeah.
In Pennsylvania, the guy just went to his garage. It says, "Oh, Mr. Noise, Marina froze." Why is it always me? Yeah, this guy just went into his garage. He says he was paying a lot more attention to he said he should pay more attention to his surroundings because he just went in to turn off a hose he left running for an inflatable pool. And so he walked into the 2-car garage. Could you imagine where the shutoff valve was located, unaware that a bear had wandered in a minute earlier? And the next thing he knew was that he was thrown against shelf units, heard a growl, and knew immediately it was a bear. When he turned, what else would it be? When he turned to flee, the bear bit him on the head.
Oh my God.
He stumbled back toward the house. But the surveillance video showed a second encounter with the animal. It's because he tripped over him. He goes, "Thankfully, the bear didn't retaliate when I tripped over him."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's scary. Animals, I've noticed that there have been a lot. Like I didn't hear about this bear attack, but I saw an article that like there was like an otter attack. Like these women were just like inner tubing in a river and like a river otter just like attacked them. And then like orcas are like ramming yachts. I think this has to do with climate change. I am so convinced the animals are just not happy with how things are, and I don't blame them.
Did you see the video of the bear standing up? And everyone's like, "Is that a real bear?"
Yeah.
Because of the way the skin was folding in the back, it looks like a costume.
Yeah.
But bears can stand up like that.
Yeah, I love Vermont, but whenever I'm there, I'm so nervous that I'm going to run into a bear.
You could run into one in Pennsylvania.
I know. Well, like where I'm from in Pennsylvania, like it's rural, but like it's more like farmland. It's not. I imagine bears in just like woods. There was one time actually where there was like a bear on the loose, like in my town. But it was a very small bear. It was like a teenager, so it was like not. It was like less than 200 pounds. But it's scary.
Listen, teenagers are scary.
That's true. That is true.
Mike Dickett too, saying, "In my neighborhood, foxes have really made themselves at home." Whoa.
I love foxes though. They're so pretty.
That bear in the picture had a flat butt. Yeah, in the one they show that's trending where it's standing up, it is kind of strange. There's also this other trending video of a guy who wanted to be a dog, apparently.
Oh, I did see about that. I hate that.
And he paid a lot of money to do it.
Yeah.
And the dogs are like, "What the hell?"
They know something's wrong.
Yeah, the dogs are all freaked out. Let's see. Bear attacks are very scary. Oh, he's running too late. Okay, he's running late. Okay. All right, Juskow.
He had other plans.
I'm gonna put not professional. This will really piss him off.
Yeah, I should give him a hard time when he does come on.
um, so let's talk about the sad news. I know we're gonna jump right into it and we're gonna be freezing. And I apologize for the freezing. It's not me. I think it's this platform. Melon. You guys should write a review to Melon. Say, hey, we were watching Marina Franklin's live and we don't have problems with her in any other capacity but this Melon. Because TB, you're here. You see when I'm on Squadcast, I never have any problems. So it's this platform. Or it could be a setting. Could be a setting thing. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the young gentleman that was murdered at the gas station. You say it's right near your house?
It's like pretty close. It's in Midwood in Brooklyn, which is like it's decently close to me. Yeah, it's really sad. His name was O'Shea Sibley. He was stabbed for just voguing out at a gas station. Something that was uplifting was last night I saw um, that there was a really big like gathering at the gas station, and people were doing kind of like ballroom dancing and voguing. Um, so like that was really uplifting to see that like there was huge crowds of people there and people in the queer community all to like remember him and were like shouting his name. And I think the councilman or like state senator who's like from that area, Jabari Brisport, was there. So that's like that I think is an uplifting thing, but it's so sad that like the reason for it is because like this person was murdered, this really talented dancer, this talented young person, black young person. Yeah, it's been on my mind a lot this past week.
And it's just coming off of like, what's on HBO is the serial killer. Um I am
Oh, I
so
know what you're
bad
talking
with
about.
names today and titles, sorry. It's what's the name of that show on HBO?
Is it the Tom Holland one?
Oh, yeah, the documentary.
Oh, the documentary. Oh, I'm not sure actually. I haven't seen it.
Hold on. I'm gonna get it because I was just watching it on my The Last Call when a serial killer stalks. Yeah,
Ooh.
The Last Call. And it was oh, now it's playing. But like I'm watching this and I'm feeling like we haven't I don't know if we've progressed because the number of days that went by for us to call what happened to O'Shea a hate crime was too many for me.
Yeah.
Too many. It should have been immediately labeled, let's find this person. This is a hate crime. This individual, I mean, they said it that he used racial slurs, that he used, he was talking about him being gay. The neighborhood, I don't know what was going on. They said the neighborhood thought it was too loud. And so and you can see the video, and he's a 17-year-old knucklehead.
Yeah.
Now his life is forever destroyed because I hope he goes in there. I mean, it's like when you're a 17-year-old kid and you do something like that, I don't know what the justice will be, but I hope it's firm. And I hope he gets some rehabilitation and understands what he did is disgusting. Because it's like when you watch this documentary, The Last Call, you
Yeah.
see how the cops really they dragged their heels.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Um, and the guy got off. Apparently, the serial killer, he was killing gay men,
Oh, wow.
and he was gay.
Oh, wow.
And so that's the thing is like, and he killed a roommate and got off.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh, I did that. That was my fault. I don't know what's going on today. My computer's like acting up. Look at that. Look, you can't even see me right now.
I know. I've never seen that before.
I don't know. Hold on. God damn it. Shit. Bullshit. Now this is definitely my fault. It must be my camera. Hold on. Here, you talk, Evelyn. I'm going to leave you on there to talk to while I get this situated. I don't know what the hell is going on here.
Hello. Yeah, I mean, responding to Marina's point, I agree. I think the police tend to drag their heels in situations like this. So it's hard. It's really sad. It's also definitely taught, that kind of hatred. But I can wait for Marina to get back, to talk more about it. How's everyone doing? Mike, your comment, Melon's Juskow requirement is problematic. I 100% agree. It is problematic. We should not be. It should not be reliant on Juskow. And TV said Squadcast definitely works better. Yeah, I've been on. I think I was on Squadcast once or twice, with Marina for the podcast, and that worked well. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we love being here to support the podcast and talk about it. So every Saturday, unless barring Marina traveling or whatever, like we will be here. We'll figure this out. Don't worry. Speaking of,
I don't know.
I don't know.
It must be my computer.
It's so weird. I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah, because it's just my thing just died.
Oh, your camera?
Yeah.
Oh,
My camera died. Here, I'll let Juskow join. Hold on. It's like not working.
That's so
now
crazy.
Who's unprofessional? Thank you.
Hello, Juskow. You can't see me. My camera died.
Heard. I just saw that.
I don't know why. It's weird. Everything's
Maybe it was
dying.
how long have you had it?
I haven't had it that long. It's so funny to see my box. Look at it. It just.
I know.
I've got to fix that.
Evelyn, where are you at today?
I'm
in
leave. I don't know if that'll ruin things if I leave, right?
In the past, I think you've been able to, and then come back.
Okay, I'll try to come back. And I reset my computer. That could have been it too. Yeah, I'll do a restart. I restarted before I joined.
Usually helps.
But I restarted before I joined today. That's the weird part. Sorry, guys. I'll be back.
Where are you today?
I am in a different setup. It's like I'm in the same room that I'm normally in, just slightly different because I want it to be closer to my router.
Because you are crystal clear today.
Oh, thank you.
Although I don't think it's ever your fault.
Well, I don't know. My Wi-Fi is not amazing, so I wouldn't be surprised if it were.
But it always seems like you're clear, but Marina's not. So I don't understand how it could be your Wi-Fi that's causing her to be blurry. At least that's what I see on my screen.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I see it as sometimes I will pause and like on my own, but sometimes I see Marina pausing too. So I don't know. It's confusing, but I don't know. Marina and I were also saying maybe it's the platform. So
well, you do have a crappy. You don't use regular people stuff, right? It's something weird. Did you say it was weird? It's not like Spectrum or Verizon.
Oh, it's called Optimum.
Oh, right. Right. That's the yeah. I mean, I see advertisements for all that time. I never know. It also looks good when they're advertising it, but I don't think it says. I guess it's cheaper, a lot.
Well,
cheaper,
I mean,
right?
I think it was just the only option in my building.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, well, now we have Verizon, so I'm in the process of switching to Verizon.
That's right. Yeah. When you switch, it'll be better. It's better. It might be more expensive, but it's better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, also because I work from home, so it's necessary.
Oh, yeah. Are you totally work from home all the time?
I mean, my company has a WeWork that I can go into. Nice. But well, so where were you that you were late?
Oh no, I just I work on Saturdays, so
you're
I may have to go at any minute and then leave you by yourself. But it's odd. Nothing's happened all day today, and then of course just before sign on, something happened. So my
Intriguing.
coworker's at lunch, so I'm all alone.
Right. What do you so what do you do? Like, what do you do for this law firm?
I'm a paralegal.
Oh, okay.
And I work on the weekends.
So is it like, are you writing briefs or like?
Sometimes if they come up.
Wild.
But usually the weekends are pretty slow, which is why I have time to, be here. But I have to be on call.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, I was being professional. Thank you, Mike.
He was being professional in one setting and unprofessional in another.
Exactly. Well, I have to choose. I mean, it's only I have only 45 minutes left. If she did this show at 4, it would be even better for me. But what are you going to do? I have to do a show tonight out in Jersey, in Rutherford, New Jersey.
Oh, where? Well, is there another Rutherford? Is there just like East Rutherford or?
Yes, there's an East Rutherford and a Rutherford. East
Right,
Rutherford is where the New York Giants and the Jets play.
Right,
And also
Rutherford,
where Taylor Swift, which is right next door. The what?
Taylor Swift also just performed.
That's right. Taylor Swift performed in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Yeah.
This is just regular Rutherford, where Taylor Swift will never go.
Oh, okay, got it. But David Juskow will.
Yes, and he likes it there too. Jeff Ross just you're in. Oh, I'm back. Jeff Ross just texted or Instagram. He was at Taylor Swift yesterday at SoFi.
Were you guys able to talk?
Yeah, we were.
Oh, okay. We have a guest. Sorry, we'll talk about Jeff Ross later. We have a guest that's coming on, Eric Prince.
Great.
For the first time. We've had him on the show. Here we go. Woohoo!
Hey, people.
Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, people. How you doing?
Good.
Oh, God, how are you?
Nice to see you in person.
I'm good. Hey, it's not much to see. It's just me.
Well, no, we do see your turntables.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh,
got
okay.
The mixing board and everything.
Oh, you can see all that. Okay, I can't see it here, but yeah, good. I just bought this puppy out of storage. I haven't seen it in like 10 years. It's a knob joint. One of them old, like Yuri mixers. It's the Rain. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you don't be talking that much shit when you online. Now that we can see you all quiet, you be talking a lot in the chat.
Huh?
You be getting crazy in the chat.
No, they can't see.
Is that Viv? Hello,
yeah, that's Viv. She can't hear you.
Tell her I said hello.
Marina said hello. She said hello.
Yes. I've been having some technical problems.
No, I should be coming in. I said I was going to come in and say, let it go, let it go. The theme from Frozen.
Yes, Frozen.
Now, what were you saying, Juskow? Sorry, before I rudely interrupt.
Nothing.
You were saying something.
No, we weren't. We were just talking about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we could not talk about Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I asked him why he was late, and he was working.
Oh, that's right.
This about the bonuses? The bonuses?
He works. Look at when he focuses. It's so funny to watch Dave Juskow focus. Look, focus.
Well, I have held down a job for 30 or 40 years.
We don't know how that happened. We have no idea.
Be diligent.
So, what were we talking about? We were talking about the justice that shall be soon served to the young man. I'm sorry. Say his name again, Evelyn.
O'Shea Sibley.
Yeah.
Was that the one with the riot today? Yesterday?
No.
No, the riot's something else.
I know that was something else. No.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
Stabbed in Midwood like a few days ago.
The dancing. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy at the gas station.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not cool.
17 years old. And like I was just saying, like when you watch the documentary on HBO about the serial killer that was killing gay men and he himself was gay, like how it took so many years. It shouldn't have taken that many years for justice to be served, for them to catch this. They just dragged their heels because they were so homophobic.
Yeah.
On what case is that?
It's the documentary that's on HBO right now. It's called The Last Call. I don't have all my information.
It's not that Long Island jiggly guy or something.
No, this is a whole different.
Go Beach.
No.
Right.
Can you help me out, guys, in the chat? Because I'm having menopausal. I don't have my facts today.
No, I'm looking it up too.
Very unprofessional.
Oh, Tibby, I saw the Swift concert made an earthquake. Yes, I did see that.
You're on.
Yeah, in Seattle there was an earthquake.
Yeah,
crazy.
We was talking about that last week, right?
Yeah, last week.
We talked about that. Yeah, we did it last week. That she's
okay. So this guy's name is Richard Rogers. He was in the HBO.
Didn't he write the music, man?
Well, this is the crazy part about the documentary was that when they went to his house, he had a lot of musicals.
Oh.
Hello.
And so they were like, and then when they did the interview of one of the cops or I guess FBI agents on the thing, and he was like, I don't want to, because the reporter was like, oh, all of his topics seem pretty gay, like, and then a guy was like, oh, I don't want to say it, you said it. He goes, why don't you want to say that? He's like, he's watching like Betty Davis movies, he's got all these musicals.
Wait, they were in my house? Oh,
I see. Your house?
Right, sorry. I thought
Juskow's a serial killer now.
I don't know. Maybe
whatever happened to whatever happened to Baby Jane.
Oh yeah.
I have that queued up right now.
But the cop was so nervous. He's like, I don't want to say that. He goes, why don't you want to say? We know like gay men like musicals and like Juskow, and so we know this to be true. Why don't you feel comfortable saying? He goes, because I don't want to be labeled as homophobic. He was so scared to say anything. But that also gets in the way of like kind of like figuring out stuff. I could imagine.
This happens all the time. I mean, they make movies about this all the time, like American Beauty, and I saw a play on that with Paul Rudd called Bash a long time ago. Like gay guys that are angry at other gay guys because apparently they're out and they can't come out because they're nervous or something, and they take it out on, whatever. I've heard that. I mean, that's
I think
actually normal.
I think that's becoming like less and like that's happening less and less. Just
it should be happening less and less. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, well, it's like it was becoming more accepting and now isn't anymore. So maybe
that stabbing thing was more a cultural thing. Because they came out and said, I'm Muslim and stop dancing. Because they was supposedly they was dancing to Beyonce's song and they was voguing.
Yeah, I think they were coming. Yeah, they were like coming back from the Beyonce concert. I think.
I don't know.
I listening. I knew they were listening to Beyonce and voguing. But
so they was out there voguing, and the guys came out the store. I guess, or it was one of those stores connected to the gas station. I forgot what they call them.
Those are my favorite stores.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Go get your slushie, right, Juskow.
Yep.
So he was a young Muslim kid.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's what.
That was who he was around, and he was around older people, so they didn't stop him from going out. And I guess that was his upbringing, that was his environment. So that's what you get. As we can go into this guy yesterday, Juskow, what was that, Union Square?
Yeah, what was that? What happened? I mean, I know there was a giveaway, and then it turned into a riot.
Yeah, homeboy was supposed to be giving away.
Giveaway.
It was fake.
PlayStation 5s. Yeah, he's supposed to give them out.
Oh, and he never had an intention of doing that?
I don't know.
About the stock for PlayStation. I wonder what stock. What is that?
Sony. Yeah.
So
it probably went up really high.
I didn't hear the details. I just saw the picture. So some guy said, I'm giving away PlayStation 5. Maybe didn't know the power he had. I mean, did he do it on purpose? Was he trying to cause a riot?
He was a streamer, so I think like that's how he had like a pretty big audience from that, I think. But that's all I really know about it. The pictures of it look wild. Like it just like it's so many people.
In Union Square. Now I didn't mean to laugh, but when the detective was like, there were people just taking food from people's plates who were outdoor dining and throwing it. Part of me was like, yeah. I mean, I know that's wrong, but I was just like, what are you doing sitting there and still sitting out there dining and you see this mayhem? You don't see it coming? Well, it probably just
happened. The people that were out there dining probably had happened kind of slowly where, then all of a sudden you're in the middle of it. You don't even know it's happening. I'm assuming. Well, I could picture myself.
No, it's like that guy who was eating outdoors when it was orange outside. I'm like, come on, man. Let's look up.
You know, they used to have picnics watching Civil War battles, right?
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes, they used to have picnics. They used to say, "Oh, they're going to have a battle down here, and we're going to have a picnic up on this hill, and we're going to watch it."
No,
It was
you're kidding.
entertainment. No, that's real.
Yes, that's real.
Oh, I did not know that. During the actual Civil War, people set up picnics to watch.
Yeah,
yeah, like people from like neighboring towns would be like, "Oh, they're like fighting now. Let's watch."
Let's go watch. Let's take a basket and some wine. Let's go.
Yeah, see,
I'm
telling you this. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that like I one thing I've like commentary I've heard on like what happened in Union Square is that like how this was like someone like using like leveraging like audience like power for like a giveaway, but like how like it just shows like how it could be used for like actual like good things. Like I don't know, like if like rally, like if you know WGA or SAG people wanted to like organize more efficiently or more quickly, like picket lines or things like that, they could do that. But yeah, that's other than that, it's scary.
But this is the same thing. This mirrors what Trump did.
Yeah, I was getting ready to tell Mr. Noise that. Yeah, he didn't have a public permit. He didn't have a permit for public gathering. Neither did Trump's people to gather in front of the Capitol and bust in.
I mean, this is like this actually gives the cops an idea of what is to come. Think about that.
True that.
Because we have AI and what you're on here, Aunt Pruitt, so you could talk to that AI, but you know, what is it called? Deep fake or all these things that can pop up. And if you have, I don't know, it's crazy. When you are a social media influencer and you have that much power and it's on the wrong side, let's say, but these were kids and this was crazy. But just imagine if it was like a hate group, like January 6th, you know, Trump's about to go to jail.
Hey, did you see that thing about Jay Johnston too?
What thing?
You sound like me.
Well, no. He was also getting convicted with Trump. He's an actor. We were friendly. He used to be on Sarah's show. He played the cop on that for a couple of years, and then he was on Mr. Show. He's a comedic actor, Jay Johnston, and he's getting charged like the same way Trump is. Like they had him in the news. I couldn't believe it when I heard it because everybody was surprised when we saw it was him.
Wait, for doing stuff with Trump?
He was there on January 6th. And apparently he was like a ringleader.
Oh my God.
And this guy's a great guy, or I thought he was.
Well, clearly.
Yeah, he was a great guy. He had a lot of internal demons, but we never expected him to actually
and that was one of
the January 6th thing. Apparently they're saying he was like the ones bringing him in. The Congress, like
this guy,
there he is. Yeah.
Why doesn't he look familiar to me?
I don't know. I've worked. There's probably pictures of us performing together.
Just gotta be hanging around those crowds again.
Well, I didn't know what his.
Oh yeah, look at him, Jay Johnston.
Look, there's on the right. There's him and Sarah's sister in the Sarah Silverman show. On the very right, yeah, right there.
Whoa.
There he is on January 6th. So like Sarah was like, yeah, we're really upset about Jay. And I'm like, what happened? And then she showed me the picture. I'm like, what? And he was there?
You know, a lot of people that we know, when you talk to them, it's just a crazy time. And like, people are different.
And then they're showing him on Bob's Burgers there too. He's recently doing that.
People are different right now. And like I've said it so many times, we have not taken a moment to talk about what just happened in 2020. We're almost going into 2024. COVID is coming back, by the way. It's a resurge in the city.
This summer, numbers are going up.
And Ray Romano said it on stage. I was so appreciative of him saying that. He goes, by the way, the numbers are going up. And he made a joke about it. He goes, and my kids want to come back home. And I'm like, hell no. It's really funny. But it's like, no one, even I am a brave person by going on stage and wearing a mask and talking about COVID right now, because I know that it's triggering for people. Like they just want to forget. They want to move on. They want to live their lives, but it's not going away.
Yeah.
And so also what happened during COVID was a lot of teenagers, dysfunction, stuck in their bedrooms. I was talking to a woman this week. She says her daughter won't come out of her bedroom. She's just always in her bedroom. The way that people talk to each other is not okay. The way that we're divided is not okay. Radicalized individuals that we thought we knew that have these like radical opinions. It's like, whoa, what happened to you? Like this guy who worked with Sarah. It's like, dude, really?
Yeah, I saw this chart the other day, this infographic of like vast majority of like 12th grade boys in the US. And I don't like know if this is like like a diverse swath or if it's just like white boys. But they mostly identify as conservative and like alt-right almost. So it just like, I think a large part of that is just them like through the pandemic, just being so online and having access to like all these channels of like people like Andrew Tate and like people like who are just really like, and like Joe Rogan and like very like racist and like spreading misinformation and misogynistic. And so, yeah, that's like scary.
That's a question for you. And it is scary. Thank you, Evelyn. It is so scary. Because, you know, I see numbers of well, I should say numbers, but I've seen a couple of white guys on stage talking about how it's been a tough time for them.
Oh my God.
I know they're joking. They're being sarcastic, but there's truth underneath it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what have you lost in the past 4 years? What have you lost as a white guy? Juskow, you want to mention?
Yes.
No, you've always lost, actually. Let's not talk to Juskow. He's the wrong white guy.
128 inch. The record is 100.
That's not a normal 33 1/3 album. It's bigger than most.
Yes, it's bigger than most.
Oh, that's right.
It's in Harlem. It's in Harlem.
I was interested in that too.
It's actually it's Billy Joel's Born to Run album.
Bruce Springsteen, you mean?
Bruce Springsteen, excuse me.
Cool.
Born to Run. Yeah.
So you can't put that on a turntable because it's bigger. It's not to be played. It's for putting up on your wall.
Correct. Okay, I got it from general manager of Chevy's, the restaurant Chevy's.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah, they were redecorating. He said, "Yo, here."
That was on 42nd Street. Are they still there?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been down in that area. It's too crowded.
I was there recently. I can't remember it. I feel like they closed. Like no one was talking about it.
I'm sorry to distract. Can we get back where he was going? I was answering the question. There was a question to Marina. Where was it?
Something about white guys that I couldn't answer.
Oh, that's why we got distracted.
Yes,
about the white guys.
The white guy distracted everybody.
Oh, yeah, and then you got onto my big record. I understand this guy.
Well, of course, it was Mr. Noise who, technically,
what are white guys? What have they lost this year? Have they lost anything?
Lost our pride.
Have they? I feel like they've actually gained.
I don't know. Did you see the Barbie movie?
I have seen Barbie.
That always says like, well, we're going through a rough patch right now, but it'll come around. I think that's what they say in the movie.
Oh, don't tell me. Have you seen it?
I have seen Barbie.
Oh, you seen it, Juskow?
Yeah.
Look at him. You're so eager.
It was fantastic.
Don't talk about it too much. I haven't seen it.
The ending is unbelievable.
No, don't tell him, Jessica. I saw this meme that had a picture that said Mattel is coming out with the crackhead Barbie. A little crackhead, little skinny Barbie, blonde hair, cheeks all sunken. It was hilarious.
Well, it's funny when you see all the other Barbies they have, you don't realize they might have been real.
Yeah.
Real like ideas that Mattel had. Marina, when are you going to see that movie so we can discuss it?
We can't really discuss. We're not supposed to discuss movies during the strike.
Oh God, grow up. You know what? Take you and your COVID, and you're not talking about movies during the strike.
I thought it was like you can't like talk about like projects that like you've been in.
Yeah, he did.
But I guess think, also, like, it depends. Like, yeah, like, I guess it's different if you're in WGA.
I think the new conversation right now with the strike is the SAG has given some leeway to independent films. And Sarah posted about it. She was really upset because they're giving waivers to independent films that are not connected, I guess, to you know, like big corporations. And so that's a good argument. Like, what do you think? I'll go to you, Evelyn. Do you think that those waivers are justified? Do you think it's okay?
I mean, I think like if it's like for a production that's like not associated with the AMPTP and like money isn't going to be like given to them in any capacity, I think it's okay. I mean, like it's hard because like it's not like writers and actors like want to be striking right now and they'd much rather be working. It's just that the conditions offered by the AMPTP are not satisfactory for them to be able to work. But so I think it does provide an opportunity for writers and actors and like crew members and stuff to actually find work and you know, make some money. So I get that, but I do. I can see, like you said, Sarah was like frustrated by it. I can see like why she would be. I think like to be in like it feels a little bit like anti-solidarity to do that.
So she was really upset about it, and then she immediately got a call from Kerry Washington, like multiple calls about like, what you talking about?
Are you supposed to share that? Is that like okay for you to share that here?
I don't think it mattered because then I think she ended up talking. I think she ended up talking to her. And then I think, I don't know, then she was like, you need to talk to Fran, you know, Drescher about this. And I think they had a sit down. You know, they tried to explain both sides.
You know, it's good that Sarah posted it though, because even the actress Viola Davis, she reneged. She's not doing an independent film. She refuses to do it.
Yeah.
You know, because I think what it is people are looking at the actors' strike as the most coddled, comfortable strike of all strikes. All I hear about is the weather being too hot and do we have enough water, and we're, you know, if this was slavery, come on now, seriously, like unions, when you strike, it's painful. It's not supposed to be fun. It's not. And I think I was actually
for both ends, but that's for both ends.
It's right. Like, it's not, it's supposed to be good. It's not, it's bad. And it's like, I kept saying in the beginning, all these celebratory pictures of us on these strikes is not sending out the right message of what is happening to people who are behind the scenes, who are really losing money. The makeup artists, the grip guys, the all of the background workers who are really struggling. I've heard their stories. I've heard guys like out, he's selling fireworks because he can't make a living right now.
What about yourself? You told me about yourself.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
No, I'm saying because now these guys are coming out and doing more stand-up, and it's taken away from a lot of the other stand-up.
Yeah, I saw one of his brothers talking about that. He's interviewed how many gigs he has coming up.
But I'm sorry, DJ.
Go ahead.
You know, I had a problem with this at first, and people have been explaining it to me, but it's difficult for somebody like myself to watch these people that I know have a lot of money and are striking, and I get it, and I get what they're doing, and I understand the plan. But if it's me saying this and I'm in the business, then what are my friends who aren't in the business thinking? You know, they're nobody cares outside this thing. This isn't like you're like a strike that's for the man, even though I know, because we're not thinking about makeup artists and grips. We're only seeing writers that make a lot of money on television shows striking. That's all the public is seeing. And that's what I've been trying to say. Meanwhile, the other day I was watching some 90s television like Becker on Antenna TV. And then I'm like, maybe we should rethink this. Maybe the writers aren't deserving of more money. Thank you so much.
Not all writers, you know.
Well, I don't know if I agree like with that. That's what all people are seeing. I mean, I think a lot of like I mean, obviously, like I work in media and entertainment.
You work in media,
so like I am a writer and like I have that point of view. But like not all of my friends and everyone that I'm in community with do. And I've seen a lot of like excitement from people that I know about the fact that like because these huge strikes are going on and there is like, even if people don't know a lot about it, that there is like some sort of awareness of it, that makes it easier for like other, like the UPS workers were going to strike and then they got like, I think because of pressure, because of the like 2 other strikes going on right now, they got a fair deal. And so they're able to avert a strike, and like workers in the Broadway League were able to avert a strike too.
Yes, but again, the UPS workers is a strike everybody can sink their teeth into, because we know how shitty that has to be, going around when, we own regular folk think about the Broadway and the, actors and writer strikes as a very cushy strike. Like you just said.
I mean, I think also there are people like, for example, Kimiko Glenn, who was on Orange is the New Black, which is one of the shows that really made streaming a thing, like had this like really like TikTok that went viral that talked about how like she and her co-stars, like who were like big stars and who are big stars, like were not fairly compensated for that show and not fairly compensated for residuals and showing like residual checks. So I think people get that like even if someone is a big face or they are like wealthy, like if they're not getting fairly compensated, then people who aren't as wealthy are certainly not.
Evelyn, we know exactly what you're talking about, and you're absolutely right. Those people should absolutely be compensated, but no one thinks that way that's outside the business. We think they are.
My sister was like, my sister laughed when she saw like, I think there was
that's what I'm trying to say.
An actress that was crying about her residual check, like crying. And
right. I mean,
everyone was
that's
making
all
fun
I'm
of
saying.
it.
Right.
And my sister was like, Marina, are you crying right now?
Well, I mean, like, I think what I'm saying is that I think people like my age are more sympathetic towards it.
Well,
yeah, definitely.
People your age are sympathetic towards everything. That's what's ruining everything.
Not
I hope you're happy with yourself.
Well, she's in a good group. But it's also like
they're more socially conscious. This group is more socially conscious than any generation before.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, the UPS contract did get resolved. However, I will say this: this Monday, SAG and WGA is going to be joining the Starbucks strikers. So it's all about like teachers. Like what I'm seeing here is not just one industry doing it on their own. So what Evelyn is bringing up is such a good point. Is what's happening is all these different industries are coming together to support each other's strike, because it's not just one industry. It's all these different industries are really having a problem because people are not making a living wage. That's it. I don't think comedians are making a living wage. I'm going to say it right here. They need to raise the salary. I go downtown. I have to, I get paid, let's say $50 for a spot. I have to get home. It costs me $60 if I take an Uber. If it's 11 o'clock, I do that for safety. I could take the train, but that's dangerous. But I'll do that to save money. But these are the options I have to risk. These are the options I have and I have to think about because I'm not making a living wage.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So you got to put it to people this way. And that's why I said in the beginning, people need to stop taking these fun photos at the strikes like they're hanging out and doing this like celebrity connection thing. People need to understand that these are real people struggling right now that cannot pay their bills. Show the grips, show the makeup artists, show the people behind the scenes who are really, really struggling right now. Their insurance is ending. I can't. My insurance will be ending soon. I cannot tell you how many doctors are like, "Ooh, you WGA insurance people just coming in this month, huh?" Because they know that insurance is up.
Yeah,
it's up. And when you decrease writing rooms, and by that I mean the size of the writing room, the length of the writing room, you also, excuse my language, you fuck with their insurance. That's what's happening. And people are not being considered. Real people are not being considered because these are corporations making these decisions. And when I tell you, what was it? I was talking to a guy today at the farmer's market about bread. Okay. And I said to him, your bread is so good. I don't understand. I go, Oprah should know about your bread. And he started talking about how you just got to be in the right place. He goes, but then some of these people who get into the bread business, they're rich and they get these connections and I don't get. And I'm like, that's happening in every industry. You're talking about the world issue right now. When you see someone who's on TV or on Netflix and you go, that guy's not funny or she's not funny. How does she get on Netflix? I don't get it.
This is true.
This bread is fucking amazing. How come Oprah doesn't know about it? It's every single industry. So that is what they need to drive home. And I'm end of my rant.
I knew it was affecting, like, I knew it affects every industry, but it's like still so wild to hear that it's like hard to make it making bread. Because they're like nepo babies in the bread industry.
I think that industry's been done since they made sliced bread. Since Wonder came out with sliced bread, you can't.
Well, what's that bread they advertise on TV? Is it Dave's Amazing Bread or
with
something?
The guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the nuts. It
smart
has
commercial because it looks awful to me,
but sunflower seeds and all type of grain on top of it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to share with you one of our guests. That came on. No, it is Chuck Nice. And Chuck Nice has been on Neil deGrasse. He's a co-host on Neil deGrasse Tyson. He was on this week's episode of Friends Like Us. And he has a wonderful, what he's saying here is really, really nails it. So here we go. Sorry if it starts in the middle.
People controlling larger swaths of a market. That's number one. So that's your social media. That's your gig economy. And then the second thing you have is consolidation by consumption, which is larger companies snapping up other companies. So now you got 2-3 companies that run everything, and what they want to do is they want to get rid of the worker because the worker is always the largest expense that any company can have. And I'm trying to figure out, who's going to have any money to buy anything that these companies are making if they want to pay everybody nothing and get rid of as many workers as possible. It just doesn't make any sense. And it's untenable. It's not right. It puts our economy at risk. And it more importantly lowers the political power that we have as a working force in this nation. Yeah, I'm 100% about it. I think.
Yes, absolutely. Well said.
Agreed.
Yeah, and the average person just doesn't have time to pay attention to these greedy motherfuckers out here.
Yeah.
But the greedy person has been paying attention and they are not letting go.
Nope.
No, they're not.
Who's Dave's bread? Dave's bread.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. They got guitar.
Didn't you hear us talking about it? What the hell? What do you do as a host?
I was trying to get the Instagram up. I'm doing 3 things at one time. My camera wasn't working today. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking it's been my camera this whole time. That's probably been.
It has been better since you came back on.
It was probably not like it was probably.
Maybe it's time for a new camera. Did you get it during the pandemic?
I did.
So it's 3 years old.
How old? I mean, come on.
I had to get a new one.
Everything is disposable. Well, they make everything now to last like 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, and during the pandemic, you got really crappy ones because they were all sold out. So then I had to get a better one.
Sold out, correct.
Yeah.
So DJ.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about the state of house music now.
You saw my video last week where I was trying to find some new house music. I was inspecting. I was detecting.
No, I didn't see it. Tell us.
Yeah. I was every week I get over like 3,000 MP3 files a week. So I go through certain categories and I pull out at least 30 songs, new things I get in, and I play that on all of my sets that I've been house sets that I've been doing lately for like the last 3 years since the pandemic started. Somebody started a motorcycle hub outside.
Oh, I thought that was Juskow. I was like, excuse yourself.
My stomach rumbling, right? But yeah, there's a lot of good house music out there that people are not playing. They like playing the same old stuff, and people are stuck in their rut. What can I say?
Those are older DJs, though. They don't. You know, if you go to Chicago fans, the audience, they're also stuck. The older audience is stuck. They want to hear the stuff they know.
Yeah,
it's hard.
But back when they was younger, they wanted to hear new stuff. So it's, you know what I'm saying? So how do you get them to go back to that type of thinking? And I try to do that with the music I play, with the selections I make, because I go into soulful, deep, jacking. I might even put some old soul in there, because it's like I said, I get 3,000 MP3 files a week, and just to go through those is hell. So,
you know, what do you think about celebrities singing on house tracks and DJing? I won't mention any names like Dion Cole, but
hey, if they feel they could get make money,
that song sounds ripped off. No,
most of the stuff
sounds
is ripped
very
off.
familiar.
Most of the sounds are ripped off these days.
Sounds very familiar. I have good ear for music, and I'm like, this.
I sound like I've heard this before.
I've heard this before.
Very familiar.
Do you make any music, Eric?
I used to. I still have my piano's right here.
Oh, let's do one for friends like us. With friends like us. With friends like us. You don't need enemies.
Yeah.
Look at Juskow on the phone. He looks like moronic. What is he saying? He goes, "No, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. I'm right. No, you're
like
wrong."
Almost in like the thinker statue, like that kind of pose.
I love it. Yeah, it's all been sampled, Mr. Noise. Yes, it has. Oh, I didn't leave that on long enough. Yeah, they're like 3,000 files a week. What tools are you using to filter those 3,000 tracks?
MP3 eval, MP3 eval, MP3 tag.
Very technical. I love DJs. DJs are like actual engineers. So who do you like right now? Who is your favorite artist right now in the house scene?
I have none.
You don't have one?
No, I hear too much stuff to have any.
Oh, you don't have a favorite?
No, genres. Wow. Well, soulful house is now becoming a lot more Afro house. Amapiano is there. Amapiano is getting too technical for me. So I'm going back into deep. Deep is getting more soulful, so I'm into deep.
What do you mean it's getting more soulful?
Well, deep used to be more of a deep bass, low thumping type of drive song, and where it was not too many vocals, but now it's having a lot of vocals where you have a structure of a song.
I love vocals.
Yeah. I do too. You just don't like it when I talk over you.
Oh yeah, no, you be talking, man. I'm like, be quiet.
That's to engage people. Because I'll be responding back to people who comment. If you watch the whole thing on Twitch or on Mixcloud,
do that for a small section, then let us just hear the music.
That's like you guys used to get. I used to get mad at you guys when you come ask me for a request. Remember that?
Oh yeah, let's see. Let's see. This is what Eric looks like when you ask for a record. Hey, DJ, can you put a song on for me I'm sorry. Is there a problem? I mean,
It's like somebody coming up to you while you're doing your show and say, "Yo, you did a good joke last year. Can I hear it again tonight, right now?"
never happens.
All right. So why should I be subject to that?
No one ever. Sometimes they'll go, "I love that joke you do," but they never go, "Can I hear it again?" Actually, we need to stop doing it. That's really what happens. There's a joke of mine that I'm like, if I don't stop doing that joke, I'm gonna just quit the business. I gotta stop doing that joke so much. Because it's like you fall into a routine with everything, and it's everything. What do you think about the young generation, young DJs who just like, you hear these stories about like they use their phone and then they get a phone call during a set and they are the most promoted. Now, no, I love the young generation when it comes to music and everything, but like I just said, every industry has their issue. So like what I'm seeing right now is a lack of record digging and actual knowing how to blend music.
Well, you gave them the tools. The tools are awesome right now. Controllers, how you can use a laptop, even a CD player or a turntable. You don't even need to put the needle on the record to DJ anymore. They have a thing called phase that goes over the spindle and it goes around. And you can scratch and play records like that, going to Serato. But the technology is crazy. And I do an analogy of if you want to teach somebody math, you don't give them a calculator. You give them a piece of paper and a pen. You teach them how to do that, or you write on the chalkboard. You show them how to do the math first. And that's the analogy of giving somebody a controller or a laptop or a little computer to DJ. You have to carry a crate of records first.
Oh, I don't see anyone carrying a crate of records.
Yeah. Well, they don't even know how to blend. That's one of the fundamental things. One of the fundamental things you're supposed to learn how to do when you're DJ is how to control the sound, how to keep it out of distortion, how to make the sound how it sounds good.
I get angry because there is a young lady. I'm not going to say her name here. I promise.
Is it Evelyn?
Evelyn doesn't DJ. But there's a young lady, and I love her digging. She digs for records. That's very good. Oh, your wife was like, you need to get off that thing and make some money on the Twitch, okay? Look, that's what Eric is listening. That's when the wife comes in. You see that look? But what I was saying is like she's very good at finding records, but like I'll be at a club and I'm like, if she doesn't blend this next song into the next properly, I'm gonna go up there myself and say something to her because it is. And it's only because I'm also from Chicago. Chicago is master at blending. You're master at blending, Eric.
Thank you.
But I have an ear. I can hear that. I know when you just slammed a song into another song. But she's like very popular. She's got the social media following. She did very good during the pandemic. She's beautiful. She's got all that. But my God.
Kathleen Bell. That fee is usually handled by the place that the DJs are playing at. There's a yearly fee that if you play music in your establishment, you have to pay the BMI or ASCAP. So the DJs don't pay the writers. The club that they're playing at or the venue that they're playing at pays the writers. There is I've heard of one or two DJs out of Atlanta that do have a yearly like subscription with BMI. So some of them do, but most of it is handled by the venue.
A dentist has to pay a monthly fee for music in their office?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. My friend used to work for ASCAP, and he was sent as a spy to go into places like dentist office and grocery stores and see what they're playing and get them in trouble.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you get the spies that get a percentage.
And that was 20 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and we'd be able to go to restaurants as spies, and he'd get paid for it.
You write that stuff off. It's expensive. Expensive.
It was great for me. Yeah, I felt bad.
You did
for
a Euro
else.
spy?
Yeah, you gotta watch Juskow. I told you, he robs the cradle. He's a spy. What else you got, Juskow?
There's a lot going on.
Well, we if you have to leave, Eric, I understand, but we do have to go into the reviews of the podcast. Let me know. Can you hang out for a little bit more, Eric?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
all right.
good.
Good. Okay. And here we go, review and previews of the Friends Like Us podcast, which is why we are here. If you forgot, if you are not subscribed or listening to Friends Like Us, go to the Friends Like Us Linktree that's scrolling underneath. You can't miss it. My name is in it. All right, Evelyn.
Yeah. So these reviews come from Apple Podcasts. They aren't new ones; they're slightly older, but picked them just as a reminder that you should leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and that helps people who aren't yet listeners become listeners. So this first review says, "Love this show," from NDU72, 5 stars. "I'm so glad I found Friends Like Us, episode after episode of funny, smart, and witty women. I particularly love that, like myself, many of these women are in their or are over 40. I was really hooked when the house was started to play as I'm from Chicago. Thank you, Marina." And let's see, then this
That's
is
cool.
5 stars from, it says Aisha Provocateur, says, "I heart this show. There aren't many media outlets where my voice is represented. This is one of them. When I listen to this podcast, I feel like I'm listening to my girlfriends chat about current events. I'm cracking up out loud. Keep it going, Marina."
Aw, thanks, Evelyn. Those are really good ones that you found there. And they mentioned house music.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I picked that one out before I even knew that DJ Eric Prince was coming on.
That's so cool.
Mr. Noise. I do not hear them blend too much. Well, on Fridays here in New York City, they do on WBLS. They do blend.
Or you could listen to Eric Prince on Twitch. Tell them your channel.
Twitch.tv/DJ Eric Prince, or you can also look me up on YouTube. Just look up DJ Eric Prince live from Harlem.
And Eric Prince knows music. I know the DJs that know. Michael Chase still laughs about you though.
Who? Yeah.
Oh yeah. He goes, "Your DJs crack me up." I go, "Listen, I have some, we can't all Cypher Sounds don't know house music." Okay. I will say this one little news story before we go that I thought was just interesting is that Florida has a leprosy problem.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's
biblical. Like they're being like getting like biblical punishment for what they're doing down there.
The wasps are next. The wasps.
It says Florida is contending with an invasive species spiking insurance rates, worsen warming waters, political tensions, and now leprosy.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's according to the CDC, who on Monday, who they don't pay attention to, so that's why they're getting it, who on Monday issued a release spelling out how the infectious condition, also known as Hansen's disease, has taken hold in the Sunshine State, especially the central portion, reports The Hill. Per the release, Florida was one of the top states that contributed to the 159 new cases in the United States. With Central Florida being hit especially hard, that portion accounted for 81% of the cases in Florida that year and nearly 20% of the cases nationally. What the hell? How you getting leprosy in
2023? It's from close contact. You don't have to worry about getting, like, you can get a COVID.
Oh, look at that. Mr. Noise is now following you.
Thank you.
Let's see these comments and stay away from Florida for all the reasons.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know. It's not a vacation spot for me anymore. So we do have to get out. I know we have so much that we could talk about. I mean, Trump's, tweeting away. He won't stop. But I'll ask this. Do you think he's going to jail, Eric?
No, I don't think he's going to jail. I think he'll be put on some type of probation, but he will not go to jail, even though he needs to have his ass stuck up under it.
If this kid that caused the riot in Union Square goes to jail and he doesn't go,
you know why he's going to jail? The kid, Union City, doesn't have enough money. Yeah, he doesn't have enough money. That's the only reason why.
Black.
Well, that's another thing. I bet you if it was Jay-Z, he would have handled it differently. But look at Trump. He banks kept giving him money, billions and billions of dollars, because they wanted to get their money back. And he was in their pocket for billions and billions of dollars. So they put billions and billions more on him to keep him afloat so they could try to get their money back. This kid ain't had enough money. Trump ain't going nowhere.
Oh, because too many people have their pocket. Yeah, that reminds me of that. I know I keep bringing up the documentary, but I was crying. That's why it really moved me, because I was really upset, because it also, you think about, all of these men who were in the closet who at that time couldn't come out, or women who couldn't come out, and to be like hunted down and murdered like that, just and then have no justice for it, really pisses me off. But then also the fact that this case, when they were investigating it, this is what Giuliani did. When they found out who he was, because they had new forensic ways of fingerprinting, he was working as a nurse. The serial killer was working at a nurse at the same hospital that Giuliani's mother was in. And so instead of following him like they followed the guy that for the Long Island murders, they caught him pizza. So they were surveillance, right? There was surveillance that was about to happen on this guy as well. So they could get all the evidence. And so there would be no doubt whatsoever when they go into court. Giuliani pulled the plug on that surveillance and had him arrested immediately because his mother was in the hospital. And that's all political. Yeah. This is who Giuliani is. So when people talk about Giuliani and what he did for the city and how he cleaned up the city, think about all of the other things and how all the other people were affected by Giuliani. The brown and black, the gay, the LGBTQ plus community was affected by what Giuliani did during that time too.
Giuliani shut down the club scene in New York.
He did.
Yeah. So, boo. All right. We got to get out of here. I'm sorry. We have to leave it there. You guys were wonderful. Don't forget to listen to the podcast. Evelyn, can you tell our watchers and our listeners where they can find you?
So you can find me on my website, evelynfrick.com. Also, I am still on Twitter at Evelyn G. Frick. Any of my new pieces that I'm writing, you can find there.
Yes. Juskow?
I'll be in Rutherford, New Jersey tonight at Hatem's thing, of course. And then
what is the thing called? You sound like me again.
It's actually called The Next Big Thing.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So and then on August 14th at the Comedy Cellar at 9:35.
All right. And Eric Prince, thank you so much for joining us today. This was awesome. You have to come back. I can't believe I haven't done this sooner. So thank you. Can you tell our viewers again, because some of them are on now and they may not have heard you, but where can they find you?
You can find me on twitch.tv/DJ Eric Prince. You can find me on mixcloud.com/DJ Eric Prince. You can also find me on YouTube. Do a search for DJ Eric Prince live from Harlem. And I have like about maybe 2 years worth of mixes up there, like over 70 something mixes, 2-hour sets that you can enjoy. All right. Also, CDogPresents.com. Those are the old mixes. Because you remember, Marina, I was doing a podcast back in like the early 2000s, mid 2000s. I was doing a podcast. So all those old mixes are out there on. You can look on iTunes for CDog Presents. CEEDOGG Presents. Yep.
I love that. That's right. That's right. Thank you so much. And you can all visit me on my website, marinayfranklin.com. I'm at the Cellar every weekend. I'm also been performing at Gotham Comedy Club and New York Comedy Club. But just check my schedule, check my Instagram. And I danced to some house music this week. It was
I saw you yesterday.
Yeah. Have you danced this week? Have you? It brings you joy.
I'm getting ready to mess with the big boy here.
Yes. All right. Thank you all so much. Remember, stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't go anywhere, Eric. Stay on. And don't forget, Black lives, LGBTQ plus lives, they matter. Bye.
Mm-hmm.